Are you giving me the link? I'll send it out to all the students. You guys are working me, making me work on weekend work.
It's okay, man. That's what you came. You came for
On music?
Huh? No, I'm not here. I'm angry at CPS. CPS and CPS.
It's okay, bro. Shit happens. Let me get another chair. So that
Yeah, I just sent it to someone else. Just tell everybody this is in the room. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not surprised though.
before this, we can go back. Yeah, we start. Because if they switch on the light out there, it's looking too bright for me. But then, if you want, I can actually have them switch on all the work lights, and it would be dark. It would be bright.
I mean, it's up to you. I mean,
What do you today?
it's kind of dark right now, but I don't know. Maybe they'll turn on the lights or something.
Where can I find the link? Can you email that link to register?
I emailed to you.
You already had the email open on your social media. Just give the link to register. You want to sign off as a account because it's secure now. Everybody will be problem, so I just have it. REGISTRAR at
I called you. Yes, it's dark.
On the lights.
I think the lights are already on, to be honest.
No. There are actually work lights that I actually have some videos. Like entire thing was already lit up. Now it's not looking like an auditorium. Fine, right? That's all the suggestions are. Yeah, enhance it. You like
This is about the best we got, man. That's what we got.
Background, can you put some background? Sound or something? Space.
European, we might have to do it. Hi everyone. Hi everyone.
How are you, man?
Okay, how are you? Same here.
Not in the middle. Middle for the grab.
It's only two rows. Anything after that is for anybody.
What took you over?
Okay. Yeah, it's just the first two rows. Everybody else is sitting where they be.
Good morning, everyone. The ceremony will start at approximately 10:30. We are still waiting for families to arrive.
That's fine, that's fine.
You know, remove the computer.
Or we just need to play on guys.
Also, there are coffee and donuts on the second floor. Just go up the stairs and that way. Plenty, especially coffee, there's plenty of coffee up there waiting for you. You have some time.
Or did you make it? Oh, yeah. Very important.
Professional. What are you talking about?
Do you see how the podcast is? No.
Professional.
When you see, you will actually know who actually
You set up the internet and they come with so we want the traffic start
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going. He's going.
The guy asked
The guy.
the guy he already knows the plan. Yeah, so
It's pretty much you.
we can use it.
Yes. He should. Yeah. What do you mean? Logo. We don't have a choice now. We don't know what to do.
Okay.
This is very nice.
All right, I'm on.
This is good.
Yes. Are you not talking?
What is this?
I'm hungry, bro. Where is the phone? I'm on. Yes, bro. I was special working with you.
We can be it.
If everyone would please have a seat, we will be starting the ceremony in 2 minutes.
I'm like that Mr. Phoenix. I was supposed to I think I have access to Facebook, right?
Yeah.
So you discuss my move to the other side because it's gonna be like on there. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm sorry.
Would everybody please be seated? We will begin the ceremony in 1 minute. Good morning, everyone. My name is Hoyt King. I am the ESL Department Chair at Taylor Business Institute, and I will be the Master of Ceremonies this morning. We will now begin with the processional, with the instrumental Pomp and Circumstance, followed by the national anthem. Please stand while our students enter. And please remain standing for the national anthem. All right, again, welcome everybody to this joyous day. The first welcome will be from Dr. Nausheen Ganatra, a graduate of the Taylor Business Institute Medical Billing and Coding Program.
Woo! Go, go!
Good morning, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to give you guys a warm welcome to each and every one of you on this very special day. Our president here at Taylor Business Institute, our esteemed dean, hardworking teachers, fellow graduates, students, equally dedicated staff and support staff, and last but not least, our very dear friends and family who made it here with us, for us, to celebrate this very important day, our graduation day. Finally, the first one in 2 years since the pandemic, the first one for me to actually attend in person. To be able to host and attend this day is a blessing on its own. To many of us, as much as this is an end to a vigorous degree program, I'm a bit nervous, give me a second. It's also the beginning for us to finally step out and venture into new things and further in our careers. However, for me, this day means this and so much more. To be finally able to be here and celebrate this day and actually be present for it means so much. I always felt that I missed out on an important milestone in my life because I never got an opportunity to do this. So being here is a lot. After much thought, I needed to realize why this is so important for me. And it made me think about, the day-to-day lives, how life just keeps going. We never get an opportunity to stop and say, what have we achieved so far? It's like a knee-jerk reflex. We keep doing the things that we need to do, we keep meeting deadlines, and never do we take a moment to stop and think of all the things that we have achieved so far. Today, this makes us stop, take a moment, think about all the things that we had to do to make it to this point, everything that we went through. This day has to be the most significant event in a student's life because that's when all the dust has settled and we can finally take a breath and appreciate the fact that, yes, we did it. All the hard work, sweat, tears finally paid off as we walk across the stage with our degrees in our hand, looking into the future to what life would bring us moving forward. It's bittersweet because it's time to say goodbye to all the people who became a significant part of our lives the past couple of years, and reminding ourselves of the sweet and sometimes not so sweet memories we made during our time here, holding them close to our hearts and moving forward in our respective careers and lives. My fellow graduates, this room is packed with each and every individual here who is extremely proud of you and your accomplishments. We fully see your dedication, perseverance, integrity, and hard work that helped you to get here. As we move on from TBI, I would like to remind you that life is what we make of it. This may be a stepping stone for us to get to our dreams and our goals, or perhaps these are the careers we settle in. Regardless of what we choose and what life throws at us, remember to believe in your dreams. Remember to be kind. Remember to be compassionate. And remember to be honest in your endeavors. Remember to be aware of the environment that you are in. And remember that it is your and only your responsibility to make it a better place. Not just for yourselves, not just for the people around you, but the future generations that come after us. It is only our duty. What we make of it and what we make of every opportunity that is thrown at us is completely up to us. We made it here, and by God's grace and mercy, we will make it in every other endeavor that we go through. I would like to thank each and every individual that worked hard to make this ceremony a reality. All your efforts are seen and appreciated. Our graduation is even more meaningful because you spent the time and effort to put this together and to ensure that this goes as gracefully as it could. Congratulations, my dear graduates. And with that, my dear TBI family and friends, on behalf of the 2022 graduating class, it's my pleasure to welcome you, witness this year's ceremony and class. Let the celebrations begin.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ganaker. And now the first valedictorian address will be presented by Dr. Akande Moses Oladejo, a graduate of the Medical Building and Coding Program. Please welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm using this video to appreciate the president, that's Mrs. Janice Parker, the vice president, Mr. Franklin Parker. And through him, have learned a whole lot about the history of the United States. We share with some games and I want to become a better man. I'm also appreciating the dean, the past dean, and the president. My professors who are the framework of education, the pillars that impact knowledge in us. And that's the reason for our gathering today. My appreciation goes to my fellow students at CBI for the opportunity to be up here today, delivering the speech. It means a lot to me. So I was surprised as well as happy when I got a call for this, and I consider it as a huge call. I'm not terrified as most people will say, and that's because we have learned so much at TBI, especially about speech writing. And I remember the professor was Dr. Deborah Kusi. And this simply means TBI surely gives you all the tools to stand out wherever you find yourself, if you maximize the opportunity. It took me some time to figure out what to say, but I will simply share my Taylor experience. But before I proceed, I found out that education in this part of the world is regarded as a waste of time. I understand the process might be challenging, like every other thing in life, because it tasks you with making sacrifices, being disciplined. But eventually, you'll be glad to do. I hope you are proud of yourself, sitting here. Formal education has a unique touch it puts on you to differentiate you. You and I should go out there, and with that difference, the world needs to see and know. As an international student, many people use schools like Taylor as a leverage to buy time, while some people think it's just an avenue to right some of their wrongs. But this TBI is far more than that. It's a planet where you can eat your cake and have it. If you appropriately apply yourself, which means you can do life normally and still excel in your career of choice. Taylor provided a homely environment for me because I was, and I'm still thousands of miles away from home, which sometimes can be mentally draining. But TBI provided a home away from home atmosphere. And there is an evidence by the warm interaction with staff, professors, deans, the vice president, and the president. I know you can adopt kids, but I have secretly adopted Mrs. Parker as a mother. And this is because TBI is just more than a school, it's a family. So Taylor offers you the opportunity to write your own story. And if you're graduating today with me, you have written some elements of good story for yourself. But now is even the time to determine to not only write a good story, but make history with all you have acquired from this great story. It will appear as all good have been done. But trust me, the book of history is incomplete without your chapter in that book. Remember, TBI has proven to you the blessing in the adversity. Therefore, do not see yourself at a disadvantage regardless of where you're from, your situation, what has happened to you, and may happen. And even in the face of closed doors, I'm proud of my failures because they have made me who I am today. And I'm proud of myself, my wins, both little and great. I consider strolling into the school premise to just pick up my certificate because I thought it's a degree and it does not appear to be a big deal because this is not a peak, but absolutely it is. Not all the stars that journey with you are here. That then means you are a winner that needs to be celebrated. Be proud of yourself and never live below your capacity. You have what it takes to make a good and great name for yourself, your generation, and make the world a better and safer place. And in conclusion, will you start the business? Will you write the book? Will you invent that machine? Will you develop the application? When you do that good thing you have always wanted to do, I ask you again, are you ready to write your chapter in the good book? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Oladejo. And our next and second valedictory address will be by Austin Morgan, a graduate of the Criminal Justice and Security Administration program. Welcome.
First, I would like to thank God that we all made it here safe. And I would like to congratulate the class of 2022. I also like to honor all our family and friends who came out this morning to support us, as well as our instructors and the faculty members. My name is Augustine Morgan. I was born and raised on the west side of Chicago, Illinois. I graduated from Roswell B. Mason Elementary School, and I attended Fairview Career Academy. I'm currently married to my third husband. I'm the mother of 9 and the grandmother of 5. In 2005, I enrolled in Taylor Business Institute to obtain an associate's degree in criminal justice administration. But Ms. Parker was the president, and Dean Wolf was the dean of the criminal justice program. Shortly after attending TBI, I was nominated and elected as the class leader. Things were going great. I maintained my grades and my GPA, which qualified me as an honor student. My goal was to graduate and start my own investigations company or become a counselor. Listening and helping others is also my passion. What I have discovered over the years is that most people needed someone to listen to them first and then respond. Some days were better than others, and there were times that when my children, most of them right there, they would get sick, and I was expected to stay home to care for them. But I made some calls to my mother, my father, my sister, or my brothers. I needed somebody to watch my kids while I attended school. There were times, and I ain't calling no names, but at least a couple of my children decided that they wanted to clown at school. Then the teachers wanted to they wanted to have a parent conference, and they expected me to attend. I was the only parent who was able to because my husband at the time worked. But he understood that all our children needed to eat. They needed gas, lights, clothes, and shoes on their feet. Once again, I called my mother, my father, my sisters, and my brothers, because I needed someone to stand in my place because I was determined to finish school. Sometimes, sometimes my husband at the time was not conducting himself as a married man should. And I really should have taken the day off to use my skills I learned by being in the criminal justice program to investigate some of his unusual activities. But I did not. I was determined to finish school. As a matter of fact, I made it all the way to the last class and the last day of finals, and I dropped out. I dropped out because I couldn't make it to school on time because I was working another job, and I was also attending truck driving school. In 2008, I decided to continue my education at National Louis University to obtain my bachelor's degree in applied behavioral science. I enrolled in NLU, but many obstacles hindered my ability to continue my education. I only needed 7 more classes, but I dropped out. While not attending school, it bothered me all the time because I was not doing what I knew I wanted to do, and that was to graduate from college. My goal was to be a role model first to myself and then to my children, and to other women, especially young mothers. Sometimes people don't understand what it's like to be a young mother with a lot of children and trying to go to school and work. I recall telling my children to stay in the room sometimes until I instructed them to come out. I would go in my room, close the door, and go in the closet and scream and cry whenever I felt overwhelmed. I understand what it's like trying to do homework, but you have to cook and help your children do their homework first. Or being up at 2 a.m. doing homework because it's the only time that you can have peace and quiet. So in 2019, I went back to National Louis University and I completed 2 more classes. And guess what? I dropped out again. Still determined to complete my degree. I went back to Taylor and I spoke with Dean Kumar. And I asked him if he could help me get back into school so I can complete my degree. Dean Kumar was very helpful. Immediately I was enrolled in the class and I completed that last class. I knew this was the best time for me to complete school, especially since I was off work waiting on back surgery. Not only did I complete my degree at Taylor, I also went back to National Louis University, and I'm currently enrolled in my last 2 classes, and I should be done November 7th, 2022. Finally, I would like to say, follow your dreams and set your goals. If you fall back, get up and try it again. There was also another dean by the name of Dean Sims. She knew my story and she encouraged me to write a book. It's not fully complete, but my final chapter is about completing my college degree. You can do it. I did it.
Thank you very much, Ms. Morgan. There are some truly blessed children and grandchildren in the audience today. We are now going to have testimonials from students of TBI. And also I would like to take this moment to acknowledge the people present on YouTube Live from the Americas, the Eurasian continent, and the African continent. Thank you very much for tuning in to be part of this wonderful day for all of us. We'll now have testimonials from students.
Actually, I'm very grateful because my experience here was wonderful. The people I meet, the friends I have made, everybody is very helpful in the different countries. So my name is Elizabeth Gomes. I'm from Brazil, and I want to talk a little bit about Taylor Business Institute. Actually, I'm very grateful because my experience here was wonderful. The people I meet, the friends I have made, everybody is very helpful in the different countries. It's a good experience. Also, I'm so grateful for every professor I had. It was very nice people. I can't say one name. It's everybody, every professor is wonderful. I love everybody because so they try to help you and they try to do good for you learning and for you applying your life. This is matter a lot for me. And then I can say congratulations for everybody going to the graduation this time. And I hope you guys can apply everything you guys learn from here in your lives. Congratulations.
This graduation is very important to me because I dreamed of this very moment. I dreamed of applying myself to the best of my ability, and being at Taylor, I was able to express that. I just want to be successful, and I was determined to finish to get to this very moment, and I did.
Wow, I'm so happy to see today. I've been waiting for this one, and I'm so happy it's here today because starting the program is kind of challenging to me because I'm switching from another major to medical billing and coding. I thank God I'm able to complete everything successfully and see myself being celebrated during graduation is kind of a big joy to me, absolutely.
It's extremely important. It's an achievement, and I would hate to make light of it because it's given me so many opportunities. And given that this is my actual first ever graduation ceremony, I'm very, very excited.
Best experience at Taylor would be connecting to different people from different backgrounds and making new friends.
Best experience at Taylor was when I found out I was going to be working in the education department. That opportunity showed me how to appreciate my college and the professors because of the amount of work and effort they put into all of this.
So mostly I like the field trips that we make with the classes, and we made a lot of new friends, and we had great professors. It was a wonderful time.
My best experience in Taylor business is talking face to face with President Miss Parker. She's very nice and she's a real model for me, especially for working spirit in her age.
My favorite professor is Dr. Jones because she motivates me. She gives very constructive criticism, and she's always there for me when I need her. And Miss Young, that's my role model. She keeps me coming.
The person has to be Miss Lynn Young. She was a G, always had my back, and helped me whenever I needed help.
Oh, that's a tricky question because I think all of the professors at Data Business Institute have been the really best at their own levels. But for me, I personally feel Professor Dean Kumar had been my best professor because he makes an warm environment and a nurturing classroom for the students to feel comfortable. And it's not just the classroom or his topic, he goes out of the box to teach you how life is and professionally and personally building up from inside and outside. Like really best.
My message is the Sterling Road and San we can look because it's not about how you start everything, it's just about how you finish. So always finish strong and confident.
I would say, other student, there is a will, there is a way. This phrase is very good for you. Work hard, it will pay you, and keep focus on your studies. Don't concentrate, lose your concentration. Just focus on your goals. There is another phrase I will tell you: yesterday is gone. Tomorrow you have to become different. So never late. Look at my age, and I associate the business.
I just encourage you to see this as an experience, as a phase of your life that I would say you should take advantage of. Yeah, Taylor is cool, or might be is cool, but I would say Taylor is an experience. So just maximize everything. Come in contact with Taylor Business Institute, and trust me, it's not going to be a regret. I can tell you that.
But life is a person that I always see on TV HFBI. So the graduation studying at Taylor, my experience was really great, and it is really important to me because whatever I've learned in Taylor Business Institute there for me throughout my life, and all the experiences and all the education which I learned from each and every aspect. And Taylor will be my experience throughout my lifetime, and it was a really great experience studying at Taylor Business Institute. I've learned a lot, and before coming to Taylor, I was lacking with loves, subjects behind, and coming there, I have improved a lot with all my subjects, especially with my English, and wherever my weakest points, that like I learned a lot from Taylor Business Institute. My best experience at Taylor, I could say during my hard times when it was pandemic and there was not enough support for me to learn and do my assignments. So Taylor was always, holding my back, and they helped me with each and every problem whichever I had, and make me study, without any hurdles. So they had a great support for me. So basically, I could say Taylor had my back always, and they supported me with every part of my hard time. My favorite professor was Mr. Rakesh Kumar, and the reason why, because whatever problem I was facing through during my education, or that could be my personal matter, or like my personal things, so he was always there to support me and guide me to the right path. So I would say Mr. Rakesh Kumar helped me a lot, and he was my best mentor throughout my college time.
Always a rewarding moment for us as educators when we see our students graduate. Makes it an extra special day for us too. Now, the introduction of the commencement speaker. Please welcome Janice Parker, President of Taylor Business Institute.
Thank you, Roy. I want to start, first of all, before I introduce our keynote speaker, by just sharing a little backstory with you about something. When Dean Kumar came to me and said, I think we should have a graduation this year. I said, Dean, I'm not so sure we should. We're coming out of COVID. We're just getting back into face-to-face classes. It's really been a difficult year for so many people. And he said, but Mrs. Parker, these are graduates, can't we try? So I said, well, okay, if you can find a place where you think we can do it, we'll do it. So he went searching, and he called one day and he said, Mrs. Parker, I think I have found a place. I said, well, okay, how big is it? He said, well, I'm not sure if we can do it there because I think it will only accommodate 30 people. I said, oh, Dean Kumar, 30 people? He said, we're gonna have more than that. I've got to find another space. I said, well, please go see then if you can find another space. So he went searching again, and he came back and he said, Mrs. Parker, I have found another space. I said, okay, how many people can sit there? He said, 300. I said, oh my gosh. He said, well, that's the only 2 spaces we got. I said, well, if this is the deal, we'll take the space with 300. But you know what I learned today? It's not about the size of the room, it's the talent in the room. This room is full. This room is full. And so congratulations to you. And now to my appointed task. I am to introduce to you our keynote speaker. His name is Badrinath Miramira, and he has been the Director of Electronics Engineering Technology at East West University for over 2 decades. Mr. Miramira obtained his bachelor's in electronics engineering in India and his master's in electronical engineering and computer science at the University of Illinois at Chicago, that would be UIC. During his time at the UIC, he worked with Dr. Thomas Devanti on computer graphics and Dr. Leslie Lillian on microprocessor-based technology. He also worked alongside Dr. Tado Murata on graphic theory, and let me see, what is this? Petrinets, I'm sorry. He was a doctoral candidate at UIC before deciding to join East West University. Mr. Miramira joined an international electrical corporation in Paris and was soon promoted to the head electrical military installation in the Middle East. During his time there, he was often deployed to various countries that included Sweden, London, and several other Middle Eastern countries. Mr. Miramira worked as a chief military design and installation engineer at EBDA, an engineering corporation in Paris, France. And upon returning from the Middle East, Mr. Miramira continued his studies in physics, computer science, and advanced radio frequency. Later, he joined us as director of Taylor Business Institute. And then he left us. Mr. Miramira takes an active role in remaining up to date in the engineering and electronics field by consistently attending workshops and seminars in his area of study. Some of the recent workshops he has attended includes fiber optics, VLSI, and applications. He's done digital sequential circuit and micro and nano electronics with such companies and organizations as SNRL International Inc. and JSMN International. Mr. Miramira continually gives all of his all to East West University, where to him his students are the most important. He regularly places his students into internship programs, assists them with job placements, and upon graduation, he continues to guide them through all of the other necessary graduate school processes required. He ensures that his students have a well-rounded experience, and he frequently takes them on site visits to various companies to get hands-on experience. His students upon graduation, and they're going for a bachelor's degree and higher, work in such areas as AT&T, ATS Engineering, Fermilab, Verizon Communications, etc. Mr. Miramira has assisted in acquiring several grants for his university and over the years, and has gotten such grants from JTPA, from the mayor of the city of Chicago, and he continues to work with the Naperville School Districts promoting STEM programs. He is a senior fellow of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and a senior member of SME. At this time, I'm going to introduce you to him, but before that, I'm going to start reading this to tell you about the Miramira I know. Miramira is more than just all of these things. He is one of those people when you need a friend, you can go to him. And we have gone to him over and over again. And so today, it is without further ado that I want to introduce you to our friend, Mr. Patrick McMillan.
Thank you very much, Ms. Parker. She's always been generous, and today she has been generous again, introducing me with what little I have done, magnifying to something bigger. I really thank you. Before I start anything, I would like to thank the faculty, the staff, and all the administrative members to invite me for this wonderful occasion. For me, the fringe benefit is seeing that twinkling eye in the dark for those who are graduating today. And you have already prove that you can take different types of difficulties in life and still be focused on prosperity and how you can become successful. There's no doubt about it. So to begin with, you have achieved today what so many people can't achieve, a degree. A degree which is like a real good running shoes you are wearing. All you have to do is to participate in the sprint, which is out there, and be number one. It is amazing. As Ms. Parker said, I was also a director of education for a brief period of time at Taylor, where I know that those students today are doing great. They're always in touch with me for various reasons. And you have an opportunity to really visit wherever you want, whatever you want. The advantage is, on your side, is your degree and your age. That can take you everywhere. You have to focus, make sure that you have some very good qualities in you, namely being grateful to whoever supported you to be a candidate and then be a graduate at this point. They may be here, overseas, next to you, it doesn't matter. I'm a mathematics professor too. I do teach some levels of math. There is a simple equation called centroid. That means the center of a triangle where the forces are equal from all three apex of a triangle. And who are these three apex? One is your supporting staff or supporting family. Could be uncle, parents, brothers, sisters, or your friends, it doesn't matter. They are your main force to support you, to encourage you, to make sure that you're on the right path, which I can see right now you were. The second one is your university or your college or institute like Taylor Business. There we have to be very grateful to all the professors, the faculty member, and also the support staff of there, like your whatever the departments you have, are all very focused on making sure that you're successful. And the third one, don't forget, it's yourself. You must also focus further to gain more knowledge, venture out there, and it reminds me of something which I read recently. The word impossible. It actually splits up into two. I am, that is, I am, you. The next is, if you see, it's possible. So it means I am possible, it's not impossible. That's how you should view and make yourself approachable, also with knowledge as well as with your attitude. So, how do we start from here? We have to give them a real loud applause for your support group and Taylor Business Institute and yourself. Let's give them a big applause. Having said that, let me introduce myself in a much more, simpler way. I started my journey as an engineer when I was 21 and a half. And we had 5 years of engineering back in India. And I'm very grateful to my school, which is now considered as one of the top universities. It is called National Institute of Technology back in India. And I'm very, very grateful to some of the professors who were there. Some are alive and some are not, but my gratefulness goes to all of them. So I had a call from my professor, who was a very renowned professor at that time. And he said that, are you interested in going to Paris for a job interview? There's no guarantee, but can you go? So I asked my father what I should do. He said, it's very simple, I'm in United States. Go to France, if things work out fine. If not, it's like a hop, skip and jump, come to America. But fortunately, I was able to secure the job and I accepted it. And I was very happy. You know, going from India to Paris, you think about Eiffel Tower and all those good things, Champs-Élysées and everything. And I did join, And then my office was in Champs-Élysées, very close to that. So I thought, sky's the limit. But next day, in my university, in my college, I got a phone call. How are you doing? I said, real good. But third day, they put those electrical drawings on my table, and I said, what the heck are these? I only know theory, I do not know the practical aspect of it, because I just came out of the university. And then I was thinking, should I continue or should I just go back as a timid guy back in India or America? But I got a phone call from my father, who motivated me. And that is why I'm very grateful to my father too. He said, what's wrong with you? You went 5 years to the engineering college. In those days, our engineering degree was 5 years. It was not 4 like you lucky guys have. So we did all sorts of engineering. Though I was in electrical, I had to study mechanical, civil engineering and everything, because they wanted me to be a well-rounded engineer, not be focusing only on one thing. So I stayed, I took challenge, burned the candles at both ends, and then finally I got the hold of the job. And then I stayed back, and again I was very happy because they are deploying me to some parts of Europe. Finally, after my training in Sweden and in Frankfurt and all, I came back to Paris, where they deployed me to a place called Iran, which is a taboo in this country, but that's a great place. Don't always trust these TV guys or these media people. It's like any other country. They want their children to be happy, they want their children to be healthy, they want to drink clean water, have proper food, proper education. The country anywhere is the same. Remember that. We are not involved in any political thing, we are always a citizen of any country where you stay. So, they sent me to Iran where I thought that everything should be fine, but I didn't know that they had deserts. So I was posted in Loth Desert, where the temperature, L-O-T-H, Loth Desert in southern part of Iran, where the temperature goes to, in Chicago, 100 degrees, people die, right? The temperature goes to 154 degrees Fahrenheit. It sounds crazy. Please do a little Google search and see what the maximum temperature will be. And that maximum temperature is a constant denominator to all the 12 months. So what I'm saying is, I worked in a desert like that. I was very tenacious that I will complete the job, which I did for a military installation. Within 2 years and 8 months or something, almost 7 months before the deadline. The point what I'm trying to say is not my personal life to you. Anywhere you go, wherever you go, whatever you do, there will be challenges. You should face it like a soldier. You should not just give up. And in the morning I was trying to write something for the speech. Then I thought to myself, what the heck am I doing? Anything you say should come straight from your heart to the young people and just relate what your experience is so that they can follow a certain extent if you are involved in that. Be always a person to take challenge. I took challenge. When I did electrical engineering for power electronics. Then the technology changed to what they call it as graphic technology, where they were initially trying to make graphics as an interface. Like earlier we used to see these comics where a Bugs Bunny or let's say Tom and Jerry. Tom is following Jerry. No more such slides now. They have a thing called 2.5D algorithm, which means you can make a picture run without doing anything. They save thousands and millions of dollars. So that technology also I faced. Then came into digital technology. Digital has so many different levels. Now we are in a nanotechnology. Then we don't want to use any wires. We want to do radio frequency. Somewhere sitting there and press the button and be a couch potato. That's what it is. And all these things was really being done in Naperville, near Naperville, called Bell Labs. There are such great scientists from there. They are the person who made transistors, which change the whole world. In other words, you have to be in touch with the modern things. If you are in business, learn about that model. If you are in criminal justice, learn about so many other things which is involved, because that also has become very, very technical. Or if you are in business, they do very good modeling nowadays, where they can predict things which is almost about 97% correct. Any field you are in, whatever you have chosen, try to be the best you can. For that, yes, you have to sacrifice. But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice everything. You have to be a well-rounded student, yet be a well-rounded human being. Don't be a lump of flesh just reading some equations and some things here. Be alert, learn about everything what's going on, learn about what the stock market is and everything, and more importantly, be a good human being. And you have to learn how to be compassionate and how to accommodate other people. We cannot just focus only on ourselves. We have to be real compassionate. Well, that also I learned from my family. I had a broken foot, which was caused by one of the doctors who was not focusing or probably didn't know. So whatever happened was misdiagnosed. As the American name goes, sue. I didn't sue because I wanted her to understand what people go through. Being in such an important discipline, you have to focus more rather than just prescribe some medication or do misdiagnosis. That's not the way. But you have to be compassionate. I did talk to her. I said that I think next time anybody complains about foot or hand or whatever, the least you can do is to send them for an X-ray. So compassionate, that gives you more strength than money. And you have to have the ability to take challenges. And that reminds me of one of the statesmen back in India, a long time back before I was born. He said, success often comes to those who dare and act, and seldom goes to the timid. If you are timid, you don't take chances, you don't take risks in terms of being successful, then we are nothing but, as I said, a lump of flesh. You are all very thankful, hopefully, for getting such a good degree, because they are now accredited with Higher Learning Commission, which almost 18 different states in the United States follow that particular accreditation. So you're not getting just a degree, but a well-weighted degree. Now the next move you should do, obviously some of you would like to go get jobs, no big deal. And don't forget, there are plenty of jobs available now. You're graduating on time. Remember that. And how do you get this information? Go not just to local Sun Times or Chicago Times, go to Chronicle or Higher Education. You will see jobs mentioned there. Have contacts. Go to your friends who are working. Ask them for leads. You will be employed very soon. But that should not be your goal, in my opinion. You should also go for higher education. I went to so many different institutions to take higher courses. You are a student throughout your life. I'm also very happy that you have graduated today. Or after the sermon, you will be graduating when you flip your thing. But what I'm saying is, you already have a very valid degree in your life. Encash it properly. Contemplate, concentrate, sacrifice, and do things which will enhance your life. With that, I will repeat again what I said. There are so many different, graduation things. But what really appeals to me is what I said earlier. You can only be successful if you dare and act. And you do not go to somebody who is very timid. So with that, I won't take your time. I actually plan to talk to you for about 3 hours, but you have better things to do than listen to my speech with your family, with your friends. And if you are a foreign student, if you don't have anybody, your friends are your family. So with that, I thank you very much for listening to me. And again, I want to congratulate this TPI 2022 graduates, and God bless you, and may future be much, much smooth. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for those inspiring words, Mr. Mira. And now we will have the Dean's address from Dean Rakesh Kumar.
Thank you so much. You made my day. Dear graduates, families, faculty, my colleagues, partners, frankly, okay, I was not planning a speech because we have already heard some great words, and I can speak like locally better than most of these. So I was like, okay, let me not do a speech. But then I thought like, okay, who else would be, a better person to tell your story, because I know all of you, every one of you, I know your story. You guys we can go back like, years. Augustine, like, you go back like, more than 10 years. I know every one of you, your story. So I was like, I thought it would be unfair for me not to acknowledge, you again. So when I say each one of you, I don't mean only you graduates. I also mean like, your families, the faculty, staff, everyone pretty much, who played a role in your success. So, but since it's your day, you get the first dibs. So let me start with you first, all right? So what do you have to achieve today? I remember like sitting there. So what you have achieved today is not easy. It takes courage. It takes like, a lot of like, discipline. It does take a lot of like, sacrifices. And, you have done a great job. So, you definitely, are deserving, of everything great in your life, right? And, but I want to remind you one thing, as, everybody said, like, Moses said the same thing, and, Mr. Murmur said the same thing. This is not like, just, one achievement where you stop, right? Don't take this as a culmination of your academic or your personal career. Don't think, don't celebrate too much. Definitely you have to celebrate, but again, you have a lot ahead of you. So you gotta keep going on, right? So please keep going on, right? What we have done here is we have just lit a candle, right? Okay, so you can see the way. But the journey actually starts now. So this is just the beginning, okay? Mark my words, like just the beginning, okay? All of you have great talent, and you have to achieve great things. This is just the beginning, right? I also want to thank all the families, right? Okay, I see all the kids, I see, families, I see your friends. I think, without them, you won't be here, right? You guys agree? So I wanted, I just want to remind you, like, the sacrifice they made for you, right? I remember, like, when I called, like, almost all of you, or like, your family, we called all of you to invite you for graduation, and they asked you, how many graduates can I bring? How many guests you can have, And most of you said, like, my family's not with me, they're back home. And when you said that, I could feel the pain, right? But I could feel because I've been there myself, right? And but I want to say one thing, in that sense that your families, your friends are with you, right? Even they're far, because everything you achieve today, you owe a part of them. Part of what you achieve today to them. So they are with you in your achievement, right? Number one. Second thing, whatever you have done at Taylor, like you finish your program, like graduate, like you made relationships, more importantly, and these relationships will stay lifetime, right? So anytime you feel like great, the chips are down, and you have no one else, you know where to come. Stop by my office, any of us. So we have I would open all this for you. So we are your family, right? And also, like, if some of you who could not, inform your families, We try to do YouTube Live, so I hope like some of the families are connecting it with us, through YouTube Live. So I hope that they get to see you and they can participate in your ceremony. I also want to acknowledge the hard work of our faculty and staff, right? And the fact that you graduated today is also a testament of their support, their commitment. I see faculty, you don't see all of them there, right? Because we try to plan everything in time, but everybody could be here, right? But it's hard to assess the impact of each professor on your academic life, right? I just want to say, that I'm proud to be a part of that team, that gave me that support, right? And I'm really proud of your faculty, staff, and we didn't have much time to acknowledge our faculty, also, but from next time, we'll be reviving our Excellence in Teaching Award from next graduation. So every time we have a graduation, we select faculty, who has done outstanding work with our students. Lastly, extremely important, we didn't have much time to plan our graduation. When I say that means, again, this part already told you a story. We're trying to find a space. We got our approval for the space before just a few weeks, I'll say 2 or 3 weeks. We didn't have a space, right? So we tried to scramble, but then we also were trying to scramble a team. We were who's gonna do what exactly? And we thought ourselves, can we do it? But then then we were we don't know how many graduates will come because a lot of graduates have moved, they have gone, right? So, but then we thought it's an obligation to celebrate your success. So we had to do it, right? And definitely COVID, pushed us a little bit back behind, but we'll be back on track. So we are here for you, right? And we had to give you this moment. I would like to conclude. I don't want to give a long speech because I know you have to go back home to your families, and you guys took the time to be here, right? And so I won't have a long speech, but along the lines of what Mr. Mamra said, you have to keep going. So I would like to conclude my speech, with a few words from Swami Vivekananda, who was a Indian monastic, and he spoke in Chicago, the artist from Chicago, in 1893, right? So I would like to conclude my speech with some of his words. So he said, when I asked God for strength, He gave me difficult situations to face. When I asked God for brain and brawn, He gave me puzzles in life to solve. When I asked God for happiness, He showed me some unhappy people. When I asked God for wealth, He showed me how to work hard. When I asked God for favors, He showed me the opportunities to work hard. When I asked God for peace, He showed me how to help others. God gave me nothing I wanted. He gave me everything I needed. You guys have everything you need. I'll miss all of you. I can get emotional. Love you guys.
Love you, sir. We love you. We certainly do. Thank you very much for those very kind words, Dean Kumar. Now, to the presentation of the graduating class. Allow me to introduce Dr. Niaz Ahmed, who will present the graduating class for Taylor Business Institute for 2022.
Okay, guys, so this is the moment we are here for. And the 2021-22 graduating class, I will announce the name. They come on the stage, they get their certificate from Mrs. Parker and Mr. Franklin Parker. So in the sequence, we are starting with Accounting Technician, Associate of Applied Science degree. The first name on the list is Abdul Aziz Muhammad. James Saleki. The third name is Bai Zhu. We have Abdul Samad Muhammad Suhail. Next name on the list, Mirza Bey. Okay. The upcoming name is Rafael Yazarov. Muhammad Imran. Ahvar Ali Muhammad. Number 10, Ahmed Mudassir Khan. Tawana Robinson. Jana Booker. Neha Bey. Next on the list, Muhammad Kasif Siddiqui. Next in the row, Nazir Hussain Sayyed. Next we have Oluwa Damilo Adulo Felicia. Abhishek Parial. Augustine Morgan. Jaslyn Friends. Brittany Lewis. Money Close. Muhammad Burhanuddin. Warner Talo.
For my favorite day. Oh my God.
Nashin Ganata. Moses Palagado. Next we have Shavela Jordan. Muhammad Mubashir Ansari. John Clement Subhash Chandra. Ruchi Kumari. Krupali Gosai. And we have Elizabeth Akindia. Those are our graduates. Tamara Smith. Okay guys, those are our graduates, the graduating class of 2021-22. Faizul and Abdul Khair Habib. Okay, are two of them are the three. And Abdul Khair Habib Azhar. And that is the graduating class for 2021-22.
At Taylor Business Institute, you're going to have 2 opportunities to do that today. That's the first one. Now, before you get to do it again, we're going to have closing remarks. Oh, no. We're going to have the awarding, awarding degrees. Okay, well, it's my pleasure to present Janice Parker once again.
Yeah, I know you thought it was over, but no. Just a few closing remarks. In order to make you a total graduate, we do have to confer those diplomas and those degrees. And so these are the closing remarks that will do that. But as we move to those closing remarks, my husband and I want to say just a few words to you. As you know, this is a small family-owned college. When my husband and I started this college, we were young like you. Now we become senior citizens. But we do this because we believe in students like you. And so to all of those people who help make what we do possible, Frank and I want to say to the families, thank you. To our amazing professional faculty, thank you. To the rest of our employees who work so hard day in and day out to service you, thank you. But this day is for you. And what Frank and I want you to know is this. We know you come from many places. Some of you come from across the seas to get here, from many different countries. Some of you come from other states to come here. Some of you come from other cities. Some of you come from other counties. Some of you come from the west side, the south side. Some of you may even come from across the street. But the point is you come here and you come to us. And we receive you as family. And we want you to know that to us, Frank and myself and our family, our whole education family, you're always going to be family. So no matter where life takes you and no matter what you do, if you go back to your country of origin, if you go back to your state or your city, or if you just go back to the south or west side, wherever we are, and when you come to Taylor, know you're always coming home. So Frank's going to say a few words, and then I will do the official conferring of the degree.
Just going to be a couple of words. First of all, you have a lot of international students. Very grateful that you came to us. And here is the thing that makes me happiest, is that everybody comes from all these different countries and gets along so well. That's a real big deal in this world. Now, for the domestic students, I want you to do one thing for me. I want you to push it. I want you to strive. I want you to make every effort to move forward. Because you've come a long, long way, but you got a long way to go. So thank you so much, everybody.
Okay, guys, so now here it comes, get ready. For the common humanity and the diversity that unites us, and by the authority vested in me, as president of Taylor Business Institute, I am now presenting to Chicago and to the world the graduating class of 2020. Please flip your tassels.
That concludes the ceremony. There was a recessional with coffee and donuts and such where you can talk with everyone. Please allow the students to leave first. Students who may exit. And please feel free to go up to the second floor outside in the entryway. and for coffee and donuts and to talk with the students and faculty and staff. Thank you again. Actually, if we could. Graduates are welcome to come up on the stage to have a group picture. Graduates, please come up on the stage for a group picture. Graduates, come on up on the stage. We're going to get a group picture. Graduates. Anyone with a hat on, except for Ron. One, two, three. Good.
This is a Mevo, Mevo 2009 BL. It's like King Rose. He's just a street. No, quickly. I think the thing about it is it goes really compatible with the and it has its own app. Does it work with you? So you can actually stream from the community and the rest of you don't need the app to stream on YouTube. Do you know that intermediaries connected up to this Oh, cool. But you have the music type C. Oh. No problem.